I first heard of Frank Ocean with his hit single, Swim Good, and Thinking About You.
A tornado flew around my room before you came. Excuse the mess it made.
I loved those two tracks, but I didn't really dive into his music until I heard the song Nights.
Every night puts every day up. Every day patches the night up.
Oh God, you should match it, it's Nikhil. No white lighters till I fuck my 28th up. 1998, my family had the Acura.
I remember being so moved by the track that I was curious what the rest of the album sounded like. I gave Blonde a listen and it became one of my favorite albums of the year. Since then, I've listened to Ocean's entire body of work, which is a surprisingly small catalog for an artist as renowned as he is. For as famous as Ocean is, I was struck by how little I knew about him. Ocean is an artist that intentionally avoids the spotlight. I never hear about him unless it's news about an occasional collaboration or a paparazzi shot. Perhaps his mysteriousness is part of what makes him so intriguing, so I was curious to find out who really is Frank Ocean. What's his story? At just 6 years old, Frank's father left without explanation. Frank moved with his mother from Long Beach, California to New Orleans, where he lived until he was almost 18. His grandfather, Lionel, essentially became his father, and is the reason that young Christopher Bro was known as Lonnie. Growing up, Ocean spent most of his time alone, whether it was climbing onto rooftops, listening to music with his headphones on, or reading. He didn't stick with team sports because, as Frank put it, I didn't enjoy things I couldn't envision myself being the best at. When Frank Ocean was 9, his godfather subscribed him to Rob Report, a magazine for the ultra-rich. It's a catalog filled with vacation destinations, homes, and really expensive cars. Frank obsessively read the magazine, fixating on outrageously priced Bentleys and Maybachs. This sparked his lifelong love for cars, which has been a constant theme in his work.
Spending each day of the year, white Ferrari, oh, good times.
Ocean was initially drawn to music because he thought it could be an avenue for getting a different set of opportunities. Ocean enrolled at the University of New Orleans to study English in the fall of 2005, but against his mother's wishes, he went deeper into making music. When Katrina hit in August 2005, Ocean decided to move to LA. So with only $1,100 in his pocket, he drove cross-country to properly record the demos he'd been working on. When Ocean first came to LA, his money ran out before he ever came close to getting his record done. To support himself, he worked at Subway, at Fatburger, Kinko's, AT&T, and as a claims processor at Allstate. Eventually, he discovered that he could make money writing songs for other people. Ocean connected with producers and musicians who submitted tracks for major label artists. Ocean helped write lyrics and melodies, contributing to songs that would eventually be recorded by artists like Justin Bieber, Brandy, and John Legend. In time, he caught the attention of Tricky Stewart, the producer behind hits like Rihanna's Umbrella and Beyonce's Single Ladies. Stewart helped Ocean get signed by Def Jam as a solo artist at the end of 2009. However, Def Jam never gave him a recording budget and basically left him on the shelf. Around this time, Frank met Tyler the Creator and the rest of Odd Future. With the support of Odd Future, Ocean decided to write and produce a record on his own, a mixtape called Nostalgia Ultra.
Like la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da.
The mixtape quickly blew up and received widespread acclaim from critics. It caught the attention of Kanye West, so he invited Ocean to write and sing on 2 songs off Watch the Throne, with No Church in the Wild and Made in America. Beyonce was also a big fan of the mixtape.
I was in the car and my husband was playing this music, and this guy's tone and his lyrics just touched me. And after one song, I said, okay, who is that? Because I want them on a flight tonight. And he told me it was Frank Ocean. And I immediately reached out, and he came in the next day, and we did like 5 or 6 songs. And he is just so humble, such a nice person, really, really talented, very fast. He just has so many ideas, and it's great because he's an artist, and I can't wait for everyone to hear him because he's just the truth.
Following the success of his mixtape, Ocean sat down with BBC in one of his only video interviews to date.
What inspires me to make music is, I guess I'm just inspired to tell stories, and you got to make sure the listener is listening to you. And so if you put it in the form of a song, oftentimes if the song is striking enough, then you can really deliver the story, most effectively while keeping the ear of the listener the whole time. So, I guess it all starts with the stories for me. Has Odd Future impacted my career? Absolutely. Absolutely. They've liberated my thinking in some ways, creatively, and in a sense of knowing that you can do a lot of it by yourself, not just the songs, but just taking control of your whole movement. I think we all change each other's paths, I don't know which law or idea that is in physics, but I don't think any of us can live without affecting one another, and not to be broad, but it's true. I think I've been affected. My path has been changed and affected by everybody who I've encountered in my life.
Ocean told Def Jam if they wanted another album, he wanted $1 million and complete freedom with the creation of his next record. They forked over the money and Frank got to work. He wrote all the songs for his next project in just 3 weeks and refined them for the next 9 months. On July 10, 2012, Frank officially released his first studio album, Channel Orange. The album became an instant classic. It received widespread critical acclaim and was named the best album of 2012 by numerous publications. Ocean earned nomination for several Grammys.
Yeah, this Grammy goes to Frank Ocean. Crack, rock, crack, rock. Crack, rock, crack, rock.
Drugs are a main theme of this record, but Ocean's true concern is the mingling of love and loneliness, the euphoria and pain that results from losing yourself in something or someone. As Ocean put it, chemical substances aren't the only things intoxicating. He mentions love, power, money, freedom, and honesty. And it's telling that he includes honesty because just weeks before Channel Orange's release, Frank shared an open letter on Tumblr, revealing that his first love was with a man. Ocean said releasing that letter probably had the same effect on me as heroin does on some people.
Yes, of course, I remember, how could I forget how you feel? You know you were my first time, a new feel. It will never get old, not in my soul, not in my spirit, keep it alive.
So at this point, Frank Ocean had already cemented himself as a cultural icon. When an artist receives this type of praise this quickly, they usually become more vocal and egotistical, but Frank is different. For almost 4 years, he essentially disappeared. For his next project, Ocean flew across the pond to London. He bounced around hotels until he moved into a furnished apartment that he eventually stripped of everything but a few essentials. While Ocean was chasing a perfect feeling sound, he was trying to regain control of his business relationships. He replaced his management, lawyer, and publicist, and he began negotiations to free himself from his contract with Def Jam. Ocean used his own money to buy himself out of his contract and purchase back all his master recordings. As a condition of the arrangement, he said Def Jam took on distribution of his next project, Endless, which is available only as a streaming video album on Apple Music. 2 days later came a huge surprise. Ocean independently released his second studio album, Blonde. This album is very introspective. Ocean tells stories about childhood, family life, and romantic relationships. Blonde received widespread acclaim from critics, and many people consider it the best album of 2016. The Grammys reached out to his representatives, but Ocean chose not to submit for consideration, stating that the Grammys aren't representing very well for people who come from where I come from.
I'll be the boyfriend in your wet dreams tonight. Noses on a rail.
I think Frank Ocean is what I want music to be, a true, raw expression of emotion. Just like his music, Ocean is often ambiguous. He's been able to create and maintain a level of mystery that's hard to come by in the internet era. I think it'd be foolish for me to try to characterize him or predict what his next moves will be. With Ocean, nothing is sure except one thing. He was meant to make music.
It's just really about trying to do whatever it is I do at a level of excellence, and that's really all I'm trying to do while I'm here.
We gotta leave, take down some summertime. Give up just a night. I know you got someone coming. You're spitting game. Oh, you got it.